The other day, I went into a really deep meditation. I've made it a good habit to always meditate before bed because some of y'all still don't understand how important it is to let go of some of those mental stressors that you've accumulated throughout the day before you drift off into sleep. That's why one of the manifestation techniques I practice is thinking from the end. As you are drifting off to sleep, think from the perspective of whatever it is that you're manifesting. You want to be rich? Then go to sleep a rich person so you can wake up a rich person. But for some of y'all that might sound stupid, but okay, let me just put it to you like this. What's better? Go to bed thinking about you struggling to pay your rent this month, or just, crazy idea, you relieve yourself of those stresses and you think about, damn, what's it gonna feel like when I make it? And then you just drift off to sleep. Because when you drift off to sleep in an angry, stressed, sad, unsatisfied way of thinking, that's what you carry on with you into the dream world. That's what you carry on with you into the fourth and fifth dimension when you're unintentionally astral projecting. You know what I'm saying? And this is when you get some of these dreams. This is when you get some of these nightmares. This is when you get some of these dreams where some of you may have experienced it, where you're swinging at your enemy. You want to destroy them. You want to inflict physical harm, but you're punching in slow motion. Meanwhile, they're just rocking you. Bow, 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 uppercut. Hitting you with a 1-2 piece and a biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're hitting you with. And you just like, why does this keep happening? Or for some of you, you're falling. You always find yourself falling in your dreams. You're in free fall, which signifies that you feel like you have no control in your life. For some of you that feel like you're always doing flips, that's something that I always experienced a lot when I was going through my phase when I lived in Charlotte. I was always doing backflips in my dreams, but it shows that you're doing so much for other people and you're not focusing on yourself. So you're stressing and sending all this energy to other people. Once again, I've repeated this 1,000,000 times. I'll repeat it 1,000,001 times. Where attention goes, energy goes. So what are you giving your attention when you drift off into the infinite space? The infinite metaphysical space that allows you to project what's on your mind directly in this dream world. What are you dreaming about? That shows you what you're thinking about. If you're dreaming of things that make you happy, you're happy. If you're taking that mental weight with you into the dream world, well, enjoy what you carried with you into that world. It's mad simple. But anywho, I just wanted to drop that on you real quick. That's not by any means what I wanted to talk about in this video, but it kind of links in. So when I went to my meditation, sometimes I go into it with a particular purpose, right? I have a question that I need answered, or I just need some guidance in my life. I need to know what direction I need to move in, right? And I go into it, okay, infinite storehouse, mother, father, like the big mama, big daddy up there, talk to me. I'm here, I'm open, but I need an answer on this. But then other times, like my event that happened a couple of days ago, I just went into the infinite storehouse that is me, the stockpile of knowledge and wisdom that resides within all of us. And I just tapped into that and just said, hey, show me something. A little bit of a mystery box grab. So as I went into this meditation, after a few minutes just sitting there, I got this mental image of like a big ass stone, like a big ass boulder, right? And I was like, okay, it's a big ass rock. Hey, I'm gonna need a little bit more from that. So the way that it's almost like an interactive training module, right? Okay, he sees the rock. He clicked on the next screen. Okay, hey, yo, I see the rock, but what's that supposed to be? Okay, click the next screen, click. When I clicked the next screen, when I asked the right questions, there was this little sparkle, this little speck in the middle of the rock I started to pay attention to. And I was like, okay, I'm seeing something. There's a little bit more happening here. Next slide. Boop. When I hit the next slide, when I asked the next question, okay, what's that? It began to expand to the point that it became a sphere, like right there, dead center of the boulder. And it became a sphere. And I was like, okay, this is cool, but I need a little bit more. I'm not quite getting what I ain't catching what you pitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? So then it's pretty much said last slide. And I knew that I wasn't going to get any more information after this one. So it's like last slide, boop. And that light began to expand to almost like an inch or two within the border of the boulder, right? And I was like, okay, can I get a little bit more? Nope, you're done. Nope, you're done. So I was like, okay, there's no more happening. There's nothing else taking shape in front of me. So I'm supposed to get my lesson from this. Okay, what's going on here? What is this? I asked myself. I wasn't asking like even though this is all an internal conversation, I wasn't asking the external internal voice. I was just asking myself, what does this mean to you? What is this? What are you looking at? You're creating all of it, so what is it? So then I got like the intuitive little note from the back of my head that started having me think of Michelangelo. And one of the things that he's coined, and I might be butchering it a little bit, I might be paraphrasing it just a little bit, but nevertheless, he said that he was known for coining the phrase, I'm bringing the angel that's trapped in the marble. You know, I see the angel in the marble. And then when that message came to me, it was just like, the angel in the marble. Seeing the completed thing from its grotesque, obtuse form. Let me put it to you like this. This is where we're going to I'm going to start spitballing some thoughts for the world. You ever been dating somebody and you fell in love with their potential? This is why I always say, like, don't fall in love with the potential of people. Yes, everybody has potential to be great, but it's up to that individual to realize that potential. You can bring it out of them, but like they say, you could take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people fall in love with the potential. Oh my God, they're such a nice person. Oh my God, they're so thoughtful. But like, if they just did this, like, oh my God, I would love them so much more. First of all, that's conditional love. Aren't we all supposed to be aiming for unconditional love? I have my thoughts on that. Stay on topic, stay on topic, stay on topic. You know, but nevertheless, some people fall in love. But if they just did this right, oh my God, I would be so happy. But they never do. What happens when they never bring the angel out of the marble in their own world? You're sitting there looking at the grotesque, obtuse figure. You're over there looking at the incomplete stone. You're looking at the incomplete structure that's being built. You're looking at this building that you want to live in, but they never put on the front door. They never put up the foundation. You know, they're building up and up and up, but you see the thing swaying in the wind. Why would you want to live in that type of place? You know what I'm saying? So when people fall in love with the potential with whoever they're dating at this moment, you're building a detriment for yourself. You're falling in love with something that will never be realized, and that is unfair to you, and that's unfair to them. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the real visionaries out there. You see a way that the world's supposed to be, and now you completely adopted this. You're like, I'm gonna make this happen. Every idea, every invention starts off within the mind, starts off within the imagination, where some people call your imagination God, as I learned from Neville Goddard. Your imagination is God. They say the temple of God is within you. And if imagination resides within me, that means God resides within me. If God resides within me, that means the level of infinite storehouse resides within me. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. It's the Father's great pleasure to give you the keys to the kingdom. But if the kingdom is you and he's in you, wait, you have access to all this shit. So you can literally say that you want something and it comes into your world. This is why in the manifestation world, we say, go to the end. See the thing that you want in your world. See it already as a complete thing. See it as you already having it. That is bringing the angel out of the marble. You see what I'm saying? If I want to manifest wealth, I don't care about the in-between. I'm not looking at, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Don't get me wrong, that's a precipitation of what's already manifesting from the higher dimensions. But I'm just saying, hey, I'm already a wealthy person. I'm already a rich person. I'm already living where I want to live. I'm already dating who I want to date. I'm already teaching my children what I want to teach them. And I have none of that in the physical. But I already see the angel in the marble. I'm bringing out that angel every day. I'm bringing that manifestation. Okay, if y'all don't like the angel in the marble, I'm bringing the material from the immaterial. I'm bringing the physical from the metaphysical. You know, like the cowboys and ranchers out there, when they lasso up a bull or a cow or whatever, it's like, I'm lassoing that thing that no one else has seen. Doesn't God see, call a thing that was not seen as if it were seen? You see, some of y'all don't like the Bible, some of y'all don't like the Christianity stuff, but it's saying the same shit. All these books are saying the exact same thing. All these religions are saying the same thing. They just got commercialized. Stay on topic, stay on topic, stay on topic. But nevertheless, it's like, I'm just going out there. Okay, I'm looking up. When I'm just sitting here pondering on life, I see my wife, I see my children. This is where we're living. These are the things I'm teaching them. I see the unseen, but it's complete in my mind. It's just all about me to bring it into manifestation. Whether I'm grabbing it from the ether or I'm expressing it from within me, it don't matter as long as I get what I want. It don't matter. All of this is one anyway. God is in everything. Mother and father are in anything. The masculine and feminine are in everything. So utilize these universal principles to bring the angel out of the marble. Some of y'all get frustrated, especially when it comes in the manifestation game, because it's like, yo, like some of y'all expect the angel to just like step out like the Kool-Aid man, but oh yeah, manifestation, I'm here. But some of y'all are also on the other path. Once again, some manifestations come into your life like kabam, boom, they're here. And some of them, they take a little bit of time. They have to ease their way into your world. This could be looked at as you chipping away. You starting to build a structure, a sculpture of, let's just say you try and build a sculpture of your mama, your husband, your wife, whatever, and you're chipping away at the marble. Some of y'all are working on the elbow, right? The elbow's right here, boom, I got the elbow looking right, the proportions look right, the ratio looks right, I actually got it like a smooth edge. Okay, but maybe there's something I need to work on somewhere else in this sculpture. Maybe there's something else I need to work on in my life. But I don't know how to do this. Like, I know how to do the elbow really good, but if I have to go into a different venture in my life, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have that same level of confidence, that same level of vision over here. Why don't you? You made that elbow. You didn't know what you were doing when you were crafting out that elbow. You didn't know what was going on when you first started that place. That like, let's just say you picked up a basketball for the first time and you were dribbling it like a dumbass. Doop, doop, doop. Well, now you're at the point you're doing the between the legs, behind the back spin move, double step back hezzy. You're doing all that type of stuff now. You pick up what's a popular game right now? The Overwatch, right? You're playing Overwatch and you start playing Reinhardt. You pull up the shield, whatever, and you still getting body. You don't know what you're doing, but over time everything starts to fall into place. And now you got really good at Reinhardt, but now you're trying to switch over to another character. You're trying to play McCree. And now you got really good at basketball, but now you want to take your talents over to being a chef or something like that. Well, I'm really good at basketball, but chef, I don't know. Who's to say you can't just copy and paste your expertise over? You just have to make it form in a different way. The same way that you were crafting out that elbow when you just got started and you were fine with being stupid, not knowing what you were doing. Oh, I did that pretty good. Let me try. Oh, that's when your mental stuff starts to cloud your vision of the angel. It starts to cloud your vision of your end goal. You've established your end goal, right? So why are you being called to work on the foot of your sculpture now? Why are you being called to jump ship and try something new? Because you're going to learn something from this. And all of this is to bring out the angel. All of this is to get your mind ready, to get you prepared, to get you to the right frequency, to bring your manifestation into fruition. You do realize that every game has different rules. So now the arm is going to be a little thinner, like the wrist of someone's arm is going to be a little bit thinner than the leg if you're sculpting the leg. The leg has different rules. It has different proportions. It has different ratios. You have to change up your game. But some people say, oh, well, I'm doing something different. I'm only good at making elbows from sculptures. Why don't you make a dope ass foot? Start from there. You know what I'm saying? And tailor it with more, then you can go back and add the details. Wow, that foot looks really bulky. Let me skim it down a little bit. Ah, yeah, now let me add a little bit of detail. Ooh, oh, you know what? I'm feeling myself. Let me put a sandal in here. Oh, yeah, let me put some etchings into, you see? You started off, you went into a different venture and you didn't know what you were doing, but then when you just started to relax and you stop giving power to things clouding your vision, when you stop giving power to the things that are blocking you from your end goal, the things that are deterring you from bringing your manifestation to fruition, you start to realize that it's just fun to create. That's the life that we should all be living. And we need to all be like, we do need to project into the future, because the future that you project becomes your present. Free the angel from the marble. Free it. However, by any means necessary, because it's always going to be beautiful because you created it. I do believe we are all one with God. We are one with Source. We are one with the universe. And isn't the universe itself beautiful and perfect? So no matter what you think it is, no matter what the world thinks, you created something where someone else is just waiting for something to be created for them. Which one do you want to be? I need something. I'm going to just go make my way versus waiting for someone to craft my way for me so I can just copy and paste it and complain about things that I don't like about it. No, you make it how you want to make it. I went out there on a limb and I just made a bunch of art. I know nothing about art. My first picture was trash. It was literally scribbles. The second picture, I was like, wait, this is kind of fun. And I ended up drawing 50-something pictures. And they felt fun to me. It felt great to create. But the thing is, I brought the angel out of marble with every single one of those pictures. Everything I manifested in my physical world, I saw the end goal first, and everything got me there. You know, with the pictures, I saw them in my head first, down to the color, down to the shapes, down to the random lines. People might call it random and just some bullshit. For me, it was a creation, and each one of them is like a crystal. To me, I call it the digital crystal collection. Once again, I'm not expecting people to buy it. I made it some crazy prices on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Now, if someone wants to go ahead and buy it, I'll take your money. I'll take your crypto. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it's like, I just created, I had fun with it. And that was like one of the biggest things I did. Like, it's like, I don't care if no one understands what I did. I made it for people. And for the people that tap into the energy that I charge each one of these pictures with, they'll get it. Even if that's one person, even if that's 10 people out to 8 billion, 9 billion people on this planet, I don't care. It was for me. I still go back to my own masterpieces and I use them to remind myself of things. My own stuff that I made years ago, or a year ago, whatever. It's like I look back on them now and I still utilize them. Who says that you need to wait for a tool? Oh, I just need something to keep my mind on track. Let me go shop on Amazon. Let me go shop on Etsy to find it. Now, don't get me wrong, you can find some good stuff, but why don't you make your own? I mean, shit, we made up a whole new language, English. Why am I speaking English? Ain't nothing from England about me. So why am I speaking English? You're speaking Spanish. You from Spain? Or is that who the winners of that war, those battles, spoke? And then you just took on the language of your conquistadors, your conquerors. Go make your own way. I mean, hell, we got Ebonics. You know, it's like, hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo, we go do that thing. Excuse me, I am a Harvard, Yale, quadruple PhD. I do not know what that thing is. Could you please define it? Yo, that thing, bro, you go on over there, you just do the little thing, and you all good with it. These imbeciles, they cannot articulate themselves to my caliber. No, they created something that you refuse to understand. It's called slang for a reason. You know, it's like there's a reason why, especially in the black community, we come up with these words, because that goes back to when we were slaves or prisoners of war, depending on what side of history you're privy to. You know, it's like when we had to communicate with one another in code. So when we speaking in slang around certain people, when we're using different words, or we start to get a little bit muffled with the words and everything starts to sound like this, and we can pull it off, we know that they ain't some people, they just can't get and pick up. They can't pick up on what we're saying right now. You know what I'm saying? So like we got to talk like this so we can communicate. But a lot of people just miss what I just said. You have to create your own path. Create a code, what you will. You can create your own runes. You can charge crystals with different messages, with different energies. A simple piece of paper might be a piece of paper to one person, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. That piece of paper could be something that you write your affirmations on, that you script. Either way, all of it, all the little, the techniques, all the small baby steps, all the small little stepping stones in your world are all just little things to get you to your end goal that you've already seen. You've seen the angel, and the more that you talk with the angel, think about it like this, right? Friends, how many of you didn't, like, you have a best friend now that you didn't like at one point? They were far away from you. Even though you saw them, you came to a whole complete conclusion about them. But then the more that you kind of got to talk to them, what happens when you start to talk to people more? You get closer to them. Well, damn, that sounds like the more that I think from my manifestation already being a completed thing, I'm getting closer with it. I'm becoming more into union with it. It's not two separate things, that thing outside of me and the thing that I want. No, I'm that person, and they get closer and closer and closer until they become one. Why don't you apply the same principle to your manifestations, bringing that angel in? Oh, I see you over there. Hey, angel. Hey, come here real quick. Hey, come here. The more that you talk with it, the more comfortable that you get with it, the more that it feels natural to you, is how you bring things into manifestation into your world. It really is that simple. It's just we get bothered by the progress. I've been sculpting this for so long. It's still not the finished product. It's still so gross. I don't even have a face on this thing yet. Oh my God, have you started working on the other side? Oh my God, I'll never finish this. I'll never finish this is a thought form that you have just now given energy to manifest in your world. That's why I say it's very important to go to bed in a very positive state of mind, because that's the energy you're taking with you. Are you taking, oh my gosh, I'll never finish this, or I'm so happy that I finally finished this? Which one is going to serve you more? Look at the angel in the marble. Look at the completed thing when there's nothing around you in your physical world to validate it. And stay true to the practice, stay true to the principles, and eventually you're going to find yourself either already having whatever it is that you wanted, or it's going to start to flow ever so naturally into your world to the point that it feels natural, that it was going to happen anyway. That's just manifestation number 101. You know, I've really been repeating this stuff. When I be talking to myself, I'd be going through my own monologues. I'd be like, yo, bro, I see the angel in the marble, dog. I see it. I see the you know, the scribbles written on the wall. It's written on the wall already. Like it's there. That's just how my world is. And I'm just trying to share my thoughts with y'all. So hopefully you can apply some of these principles to your own world. To the next one. Peace.